Hey guys, Lopsy here. Just about to go into some ranked and play a few games for you and see how I do. Not too sure how I'll be playing today since it is my first game of the day. So I was going to go straight into it as my Mage deck. As you can see on my previous videos, I have a variation of wins and losses with this Mage deck. I'm still getting to know it fairly well. But yeah, hopefully eventually I'll be able to get quite a few wins for you. So fingers crossed. Here goes, my first game. I'm against a rogue. One of the worst classes I hate playing against, I'll be quite honest with you. Especially since he has got 500 wins on it, so he'll be very comfortable playing his rogue. I'm sure he's main this guy. As you can see, what I tried to do is obviously get rid of the free cards and try, as I said in my previous videos, try to get card draw. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. It's not the best starting hand, I'll be quite honest with you. But here goes.
You shall not pass.
Right. Okay, so he's... Wow, that's a very, very nice start for him, I'll be quite honest with you. What I could choose to do is, straight away, to save myself that 4 damage, I could Frostbolt it and then next round ping it with my Fire Blast, which I think may be a decent option. Since he has burned 2 cards, I could burn 1, which I think I'm going to do. I'm going to start off with a Frostbolt and just secure that instant 4 damage. Since it is a taunt minion, I think it is viable in the fact in Frostbolting it. But yeah, here's the aim. Okay, so he has just come for his weapon. Like I said the previous round, what I'm going to do is just ping his 4 minion off and just get rid of that, so it didn't cause any pressure to me. He only could put out 1 damage. He can only put out 1 damage to me from his weapon so far. Let's see what he comes up with. Yeah, he's just going to go for that extra 1 damage. I'm assuming he'll be popping it again. Yeah, there we go. So he decided to pop it again. Fairly comfortable. So I've got the option. I could go for my Ice Block nice and early. But I think what I'm going to do is go for my Arcane Intellect. Just obviously keep my Mountain Giant further down, so next hand I can actually play it. And see how he deals this. I'm assuming that he will eventually have Assassinate in his hand. But let's wait and see. Okay, so I've drawn another Frostbolt, but I think it's wise that he can only do 3 damage, 4 damage on the board. Yeah, I'm going to play my Mountain Giant and see how he reacts to this. Nice bit of pressure on the board. I'll take him straight down to 22 life if he doesn't manage to kill it. But he's going to have to burn and Assassinate if he does want to kill it, unless he's got something up his sleeve which I'm not aware of. I'd just like to make a shout out to this gentleman here. He is called Vu. He is creating my twitch.tv channel art as well as my YouTube channel art. He is very, very good at what he does, so I'd like to give him a big shout out. Make sure that you do follow him. And just give him a follow, and if you are interested in getting your twitch.tv channel or your YouTube channel sorted out, he is the guy to go to. If you would like to obviously add him or would like to message him, just drop me an inbox message or search for him yourself. I'm sure you'll be able to find him. Anyways, back to the game. Let's have a look what I can do here. So he has used a faceless manipulator, as you've seen, and taking control of my Mountain Giant. So I've got the choice of exchanging that. But what I think I may do, let's have a look. Okay, so next round I can do 4 damage to it. What I could theoretically do is use my Blood Mage Thalmos. And freeze this, which I think is a viable choice. And then what I'll do is I will ping this minion as well and attack into the face. So next round I can ensure that my Flame Strike will kill them both. And he doesn't get to use his mountain giant either, which is very nice. I know it does seem a bit silly that I've just burned 2 of my frost bolts, but it's not a major issue, in all honesty. Okay, so I've just drawn a molten giant.
This guy's toast.
So he has decided to do that, but now, as you can see, he has played a lot of minions, and now I will get full board control. I will take out all of his board and just attack him, another 8 damage to the face. Dropped him below, so my Alexstrasza does become a bit useless at this point, but if he does drop me below 15 life, I can always bring myself back up to that 15 to secure that I won't die. I've still also got my ice block in my hand, which is very nice indeed. So obviously that'll ensure that I won't die as well. And as you can see, I do have my card draws in my hand as well, just in case.
This guy's toast.
Okay, so he's decided to play an S17 agent and deal 4 damage to this, and I think he is going to actually... Is he going to take that extra 8 damage? Or is he just going to wait? No, he has chosen to take that 8 damage, which is fair enough. I'm not too sure why he'd do that, unless he's got something up his sleeve that I am not aware of. But what I shall do is, I shall go for my card draw and pop my ice block. So now he's only on 6 life. I'm hoping that he will keep damaging me to the face. Now I've ensured that I cannot die, which is very good. Okay, so it's going... Okay, so he's got 5... He's got 8 damage on the board. He's just giving me another card draw, which is nice. Which brings out my Doomsayer, which is always good for with a Frost Nova Doomsayer combo. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try and look a Fireball. What I mean by that is I'm just going to attack his minion with my Loot Hoarder, and fingers crossed, there we go. I do have a Fireball now. So yeah, basically, that's a free win. So as you can see, you do have a lot of variation in this deck. You do have a lot of sustain, you do have a lot of high burst damage, you do have a lot of, obviously, board clear. So it is very good to come up against most classes with this deck. I don't usually win against rogues, but on that circumstance it was a very good play with the Mountain Giant early, and basically couldn't get rid of it. I control his board very, very well with my Frost Bolts and with my Flame Strike, just to make sure he didn't kill my Mountain Giant and I was still allowing damage to my face. Okay, so we're up against another rogue now, so I'm kind of optimistic to see what rogue this is I'm against. Same again, I'm just going to go for card draw. Here we go. So that's fairly good. I've got two card draws in my hand. It's better one that I had last time, in all honesty. So I'm just, first of all, I'm just going to pass this go and see how he deals with it on turn 1. And see what he decides to do here. Turn 2 I can always play my Novice Engineer, and turn 3 I can always play my Acolyte of Pain. Okay, so, right, I do have an option. I can put my Loot Hoarder down, or I can play my Novice Engineer, which I'm going to go for my Novice Engineer just to make my Mountain Giant. It'll pretty much give me the same, but, you know, it's still nice to get that 1 damage on the board, as well as, obviously, another card in your hand. And on the circumstance, it was a Fireball, which is always good. So I've got a feeling that he will kill my Novice Engineer here. Yep. Yeah, so he's taking that 1 damage to his face, which is always good. Nothing better than someone taking a bit of damage. So what I could do is... Right, so... What I'm going to do is I'm just going to play my Acolyte of Pain. Hopefully he won't be able to kill it off on the first go, but even if he does, it still gives me another card in my hand. And it's going to keep getting my Mountain Giant a bit lower. Obviously I have to play a card so it does increase it, but still. It's still nice to try and get maybe a few card draws from your Acolyte. you guys ever have any tips that you could tell me about how to play against rogues, it'd be more than appreciated, because I do struggle against them quite a few times, especially miracle rogues. They just seem to burst you down in one round. Obviously, sometimes if, on this deck, if you're not lucky enough to get your ice block early, when you do need it, you will die. Especially if he does a one burst with Leroy Jenkins, then it is very, very bad. But okay, so he's just chosen to attack me to the face and draw another weapon. I'm not too sure what he's got in his hand and what he's planning on doing. But what I'm planning on doing is I could directly hit into the face, or I could play my other acolyte. But what I'm thinking of doing is just to get that card draw, I'm gonna dink myself to the face. I could end turn now and then put down my mountain giant, but I don't think it'd be worth it. I think I'm just going to go for a loot hoarder just in case it can actually clear my minions, and then I'll still get it anyway. Because obviously it'll come in and it'll drop down to 6. So if he does manage to hit one of my minions, I will get the death route off the loot hoarder and I'll still be able to play next round, or I will get a hit on the acolyte and obviously that'll give me the card draw to get the mountain giant anyway. So I'm not too sure what he's going for here. Is boost his weapon up to 3, using obviously deadly poison, and he has decided to give it the card draw. So he has got rid of that, and he's just popped another mountain giant into now, which is fair enough. And he's got to heal himself back to full life, which is fair enough. You know, he's still got 3 damage on the board, but 6 damage now. But what I shall do is I shall play my mountain giant and just attack him to the face. And just do another 2 damage and see what he decides to do here. He has got 6 damage there, so he could theoretically, with some minions in his hand or some damaging spells in his hand, he could theoretically kill my mountain giant, but fingers crossed he won't be able to burst it down straight away, and I can keep him on the battlefield just a tiny bit longer, just to ensure maybe 1 or 2 hits on his face. I'm asking a lot for 2 hits on his face, bearing in mind, but 1 hit would be more than enough. So I'm not too sure what he's planning on doing here. So he's played his coin to get the card draw, which is nice. And I don't know what else he's going to go for here. I think he may have just done that to get the card draw. It could be... No, he's doing instantly 3 damage to my hero just to get that card draw as well, which is fair enough. And he's just burning loads of spells just to get loads of his mana, loads of his cards back. For every card that he plays, he gets 1 back. And I've got a feeling that he may burst me down here. Or he may kill my... What I mean by that is he's going to kill my mountain giant off. He has got the 6 damage to kill it, but he does sacrifice a minion and take 8 damage to the face, which he has done. And I think he's going to go ahead and do it. He has done. So he's going ahead and do that, which is fair enough. My option to his Gadgetan auctioneer is I could burn it with a fireball, or I could choose to. Okay, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play my acolyte. I'm going to frostbolt it, and I'm going to get the card draw from the loot hoarder. And I've still got my card draw on the field. I have got rid of his card draw. He has gained a few extra cards from it, which I couldn't really do anything about since he did play that hand and he kept casting. Well, he didn't cast. He kept playing cards, should I say? Okay, so here we go again. He's doing okay. So he's put spell damage minion down, and he's just instantly got rid of my card draw. But it does give me card draw, and it does give me ice ball, which is very, very nice. I'll be quite honest with you. Right, so I think it's fairly simple what I'm going to do here. I have got 2 fireballs, so I think what I should do, since he's on 20 life, I could get rid of his Azure Drake with a fireball and then pop my ice block. The other option is to flame strike, but I don't think that would be very necessary at this point. So what I think I'm going to do is I could save them both, and that's like 12 damage, and then it only leaves 8 damage, which is basically 1 hit from a Molten Giant. But I'm not that scared because I do have Elixir as Remand, so yeah, I'm gonna Fireball him, and I'm gonna pop my Ice Block. think it's wise to do that at this stage. I know I'm on 26 life, and I do have a lot of damage in my hand, but I still think it's valuable to play it. Just for that reassurance that you cannot die. Okay, so he's decided to pop his weapon and attack me with 1 damage to the face. I'm not too sure what that was about, in all honesty, but I don't quite know why he isn't playing any minions. Let's see. Let's see what he comes up with. Okay, so he hasn't decided to play anything. He just passed his go. So I guess what I could do is ping him. I could use a fireball to drop him, but I think I'm just going to wait till next turn and set his life to 15 anyway. But yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to ping him and let him make the move. I want him to play minions, as you can see, because I do have my Frost Nova there, or my Flame Strike available to freeze his minions. But next turn, okay, so he's gone for another Gadget Zan Auctioneer, and I'm assuming he's going to go for some burst now. Or he's going to go for mass card draw. Yep, so there's 4 damage, and he draws a card back. Let's see what else he goes for here. I'm assuming that he will attack me to the face with his weapon, just to put me on 20 life. Yep. There we go. I think that'll be the end of his turn. Yep. Okay, so he has gone for that. Okay, so yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put Alex Straza down and just set his life to 15 and have that, ensure that I've got that 8 damage on the board. I could have taken out his Gadget Zan Auctioneer, but I'm pretty much safe. All I'm going to do is try go for the end now. If he does play any more minions, you know, I can clear his full board with my Flame Strike. I do have Arcane Intellect up as well, but I'm not too sure if that may be needed. Okay, so he has played Sap, and he has put Alex Straza back in my hand, which is fair enough. I'm not too sure what he's planning on doing here. Okay, he's gone for another 4 damage to my face. So if I do drop below 15 life, I can always Alex Straza myself back up to 15 life, I guess. But as you can see now, if he does do 1 more damage to me, I can play both of my Molten Giants, which will be very effective. So I'm hoping he does cause a bit more burst to my face, in all honesty, so I can get both of them Molten Giants out, and maybe a mirror image there as well.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Yeah. So now I'll be able to play both of my Molten Giants as well as mirror image. Okay, so he's attacked me to the face as well, so yeah. I'm definitely being able to play my Molten Giants as well as, wow, okay. So now this is what you call a wild combo. What I'm going to go for here is I'm going to play my Mountain Giant, I'm going to clear his full board, and I'm going to put 2 of my Molten Giants down as well. So now I have 24 damage on the battlefield. Let's see how he decides to play against this. And just bearing in mind, guys, I do have 9 life and I cannot die. See how he decides to react to this. Okay, so he's used 5 of his crystals to get a card draw. Okay, so he's got 2 extra spell damage. Let's just see what he's able to do here. Preparation. The next spell costs you 3 less. Let's see what he decides to come up with. 3 damage to all minions. Okay, fair enough. Takes them all to 5 life.
Choose soon.
Down to 2 life. Okay, and he's popped another preparation. And he's done another 3 damage to Lamb, so he has secured one of them.
Well played.
But unfortunately, he hasn't been able to do anything. So there you go, guys, that's another win against a rogue in the bag. Pretty simple. I just basically waited for him to make his moves. I could have gone out a bit early, but it worked in my favour in all honesty, which is perfect. So, I'm going to go straight back into it again. Let's try get on a win streak now. Fingers crossed that I do.
Jaina versus Gul'dan.
Okay, so. Sorry about that. Okay, I don't know what's quite happened. It's come up as unknown. I'm not too sure what's really going on here.
Your soul shall be mine!
You asked for it.
Okay, so same again. I'm gonna try go for card draw. I'm not too sure what's happening here. You see, I don't know if this guy is an actual player or is actually called unknown. I'm not quite sure. I think it may be a connection issue, possibly. Okay, so I've got a feeling I'm going to be against a zoo deck, which was right. So I'm against a zoo deck. Okay. So nice and early I could take out his knife juggler, but I think I'm going to allow it for this round. Actually, I'm going to take out his knife juggler nice and early, just to take the pressure off myself. I know it may seem like an idiotic move to most people, but in all honesty, if he does start putting taunts down and buffing it up, he will do an endless amount of damage. For example, that would have been his play and it would have dealt an extra 2 damage to me and it'd have had like 7 damage on the field. Nice and simple. I'm just going to put my Acolyte down. If he does want to attack me to the face, that's fair enough. If he does want to kill my Acolyte, that's fair enough as well. The other way that he could actually kill it is with his Flaming Paw if he has got a Soulfire in his bag.
The light protects me.
Not a bad move. I think he's going to attack me directly to the face. Yeah, I assumed he would. Okay, so. Option with the card draw, so I may as well go for it. Arcane Intellect, which is very, very nice. So yeah, what I could do is I could just play my Arcane Intellect and get my Molten Giant out next hand, but I don't think it'd be wise since he does have like 9 damage on the board. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to play my other Acolyte. If he does kill one, I've still got one up, and if he does choose to kill them both, that's fair enough. But I think he's just going to constantly keep putting damage on my face. Preferably next hand. What I'm hoping for is my Doomsayer, and fingers crossed he doesn't have enough damage to actually kill it in his bag. But we shall see. So he's chosen to damage me, which is fair enough. And I get my card draw, so I can still. There we go. I can still play my my card next turn. Okay. So I am dropping fairly low, but he does only have two. I could play my Mountain Giant and cause him to take a bit of pressure off me. He's got 13 damage on the board. And take that out. I'll go for the card draw.
Job's done.
Just to see, obviously, what he decides to do here. I could have frozen all his minions just to save that extra bit of damage, but I'm hoping that I will eventually get my Ice Block up and maybe a Doomsayer. The reason why I did ping his minion was because I thought he may have.
My shield for Argus.
Okay, so I didn't expect that, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, I expected him to have some decent damage cards in his hand, which he could just burst me down with. Okay, so what I could do here is I've got the option of playing my Mountain Giant, freeze all of his minions, my Molten Giant down,
Job's done.
and next round I can wipe his full board.
Who dares summon me?
Okay, so he has just basically killed it. That's the card that I expected him to have, by the way. In all honesty, what I should have done is played the mirror images just to ensure that I didn't lose then, and that was a mistake on my behalf. But there you go. That's the reason why Ice Block is kind of key with this deck. It's something that you should really take into consideration, that some moves that you do make may lose you the game, just like I noticed there. I could have easily avoided that, but what can I say? I played it very badly. My first two games went pretty well. My third game didn't go that great.
Watch your back.
Okay.
You asked for it.
So I've got two card draws there, so I'm going to go hopefully get a few more. Fingers crossed. Nope, I didn't get any more, but that's fair enough for me. Two's enough. Means at turn 2 I can actually play my Arcane Intellect, and then turn 3 play my Acolyte. Let's see what he decides to do here. If he's coming through his weapon, he's going to dink me to the face with 1 damage. I'll allow that 1 damage, so it's nice. Okay, so I can play my... Okay. Let's save my coin to keep my Molten Giant lower. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll play my Nose Engineer. I'll make him waste his extra damage on the Wicked Knife. Give him a damage to the face. And now he's gone for a Quest and Adventurer. Okay. Yep, what I'm going to do is, the reason why I'm doing this move, guys, is I thought about it, and with rogues they do have a lot of cards that they can constantly play, such as preparation and things like that, and every time you play a card, a quest and adventurer will rise up and it will be able to do a considerable amount of damage to me straight away. So I'd rather just use my Frostball and just take that game, take it out of the game completely. It's not the end of the world. So what I'm going to do here is, okay, so I could go for the card draw. I'm going to go for my Arcane Intellect here, and draw another card, so it'll drop it down to 4 for next time. So I'll be able to play it next hand, basically. Next turn, sorry. Okay, so he's just going straight up and he's going to dink me to the face, I'm assuming with his weapon yet again, okay? But as you notice, he has only got that on. And I've got 2 ice blocks in my hand now, so I do need to start playing cards. So I think what I'm going to do is pop my Mountain Giant, and then pop my Crystal, and put my Acolyte down, which I think is the best move. I could have popped more one of my ice blocks, but I'm on 27 life.
I got the best deals anywhere.
So he's decided to play his gadgets on auction here. And there we go, this is what I mean with the preparation. He's going to get 3 cards now, basically. This rate 5 damage. He could sacrifice his Azure Drake for it, which I think he may do. Nope. He's not decided to do that, he's just decided to go ahead. Yeah, he's decided to do that, yeah. I knew it was coming eventually.
I wonder.
Play my second Arcane Intellect. I'm also going to go for my Ice Block. And
Bring the pain.
I'm going to go for another card,
Job's done.
which is fine. It'll give me 9 cards, and obviously my 10th will drop into my hand. So if I do get another Mountain Giant, it'll be basically free. I'm going to allow it to keep doing damage to my face, and give him that card draw. So he's just basically drawn 2 cards there, which is very, very nice for him. I'm hoping he will start playing more minions so my Flame Strike does become more effective. But as you can see, guys, I'm just allowing him to do damage to me because I do have my 2 ice blocks and I do have Alexstrasza, which is key for this deck. You know, basically just pop Alexstrasza down, make sure he's on more life than 50 to make it more effective, and just keep allowing him to do damage to you, and when it comes to late game you've got more chance of dominating. Okay, so let's have a look here.
I wonder.
I could choose to play my Archmage and make him focus that, but I don't think it would be that viable in all honesty.
I wonder.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play my Flame Strike just to get rid of his minion. I know it looked like a pretty noobish move, but I didn't want him to get any more card draw in all honesty.
My eyes are open.
And I'm going to make him believe that I don't have any more board clear, when I clearly do. So, I think it would be wise to play my Archmage.
You require my assistance?
And see what he decides to do. He may attack it and play some more cards and obviously do a combo on him, which is fair enough, and I hadn't really benefited from it. I could have.
To Northrend!
Yeah, I think that's what he's going to do. I think he's just going to kill him. Damage to the face. Yeah, it's fair enough. Okay, so I have the option here. I could burst him down to 15 life, which I think may be valuable. I'm gonna go for another board clear and clear his board. I'd put my I'm just pinging to the face. Fair enough. Pinging to the face. See how he deals with this. So I do have 3, 7. See, it looks like he's going in for the full outburst on myself, which is fair enough.
I bring life.
So depending on what he does this round, he may be dead next round. If he can't actually kill my Alexstrasza, which I'm hoping he can, he will actually die next round. That's 6, that's 7. Yeah, he will die next round. Let's see what he chooses to do. How he plays this. Okay, so right. Yeah, I think I have one. Flip. So there you go, you can see the combos that he does come up with. Obviously if I didn't make that stupid move earlier on against his Zurloc, I would have been obviously on a win streak now with that game, and it had been another win as well. But what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to call it. I hope you've enjoyed watching, I hope you've learned a lot. I did go 3-1, and hopefully you will keep tuning into my videos, and I hope you enjoy them. Please do subscribe and follow my Twitch TV, which is Lopzeh, Lopzeh, as well as my YouTube channel, which is what you're watching now, Lopzeh. Please do let other people know about my games, and like I say, make sure you do give Vu a shout out. He is a great designer for Twitch TV as well as YouTube. Make sure you do give him, do message him and obviously inquire about it and how much it cost, and obviously watch his streams as well. If you want to watch his streams on Twitch, his Twitch TV account is the exact same. It's Vu, you know. Just make sure you do follow him, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Thank you very much for watching.